Well, hello there, trainers. Greetings, KuroBlitz here. Welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing well. So, as for today, I am going to start a new way of podcasting. This is, the Laqua library. I just wanted to, give like my thoughts and, retrospective in terms of, live stream and even give like a little vlogging, podcasting, and I want to, basically record everything that I have posted on twitter.com, now X, in terms of, everything that I hashtagged Anipoke with. And this is basically, just like something experimental. I'm gonna do like an episode 0 for my posts of 2020, which was like the second half of the year. If everything goes accordingly to plan, I will do, more test run episodes from 1 to 9, basically every semester from 2021 until now, till 2025. And honestly, this is just, more of a fun project to see, how wrong and how right was I, or some sharing ideas. This is more for like recording purposes, but I do appreciate, the support nonetheless. Let's see what, randomness I was cooking or not when it comes to the Pokemon anime. So this was during Journey. This was after the hiatus, by the way. So, okay, this is good. So let's see what I was thinking about. Ash getting Galarian Farfetch is surprising. Okay, yeah, we're starting good. He can spar with all. Nah, he lost to all Luchas. Go could have the 3 starters. Oh man, with the Super Smash thing, Cinderace, Thwackey, and Sobble, that would have been so peak. That would have been so peak. And then Trey was talking about how Ash should get Grookey because he got Greninja and Incineroar, so he should get Rillaboom. And I was hoping that if Ash got Grookey, that it would be something in terms of the Sinnoh remakes, because he would be training with Infernape because it's a monkey, and with Torterra because it's a grass starter. But alas, that didn't happen. Grookey went to Go, and we know how that went. That Go met the 2 starters in Winden, and I was thinking about if he was going to meet Grookey in Winden. He did not. It was in Vermilion City, and it was a Rocketmon. Oh yeah, Pokemon Go was doing like a Galarian Farfetch event, and I was thinking that Ash was going to trade his Farfetch for one of Go's mons. A lot of people were thinking that Go was going to, give Raboot away, because he was more prone to battle, but that never happened. Farfetch fainting, it didn't evolve like that. It evolved in a cool way, it just wasn't like that. And Raph was, because I was looking at, like the manga. Yeah, I think it was it. Oh, this is a cool one. The fact that, Riolu was, using double team very fast. I thought it meant that, he was, that he had like the prankster ability. Like if he was getting, like, because if he continued to train with Farfetch, that he would, unlock Justified, but apparently Lucario has inner focus, it can't flinch. We saw that with Cynthia's Togekiss using Air Slash. Which, whatever. Oh, I wanted for Jessie to get G-Max Sandaconda, yeah, because, battling Pikachu and gets immunity, yeah. Poor Jessie. This was so funny, man, this was so funny. Like, this was like during Discord calls, like during that era, and I remember like sharing like a tweet from like 4 years ago at the time. Now it's 9 years. Like, I was basically trying to pixel measure the length of Ash's Greninja Water Shuriken, and how it was, getting smaller and smaller as it approached Alan's Charizard. So he was siphoning the Mega Evolution energy, and the attack only lent Charizard at 10% capacity. Like, this was like crazy times. Oh man, the Poke Chat. Good times, good times. Bring everyone to the... Oh man, can you imagine, guys, if we had like Alder's grandson, the rivals that we never met, and the Sinnoh Frontier Brains in the PW? Can you imagine? Damn. Oh yeah, we were talking like, because now there was like 3 Karate Masters in the anime, and in the games there's like 2, it's confusing. Go's radio looks like the Pokegear's music icon. Okay, yeah, that was cool. That was a cool nod. One tail in god, the diffusion. Cinnobug Queen. Oh yeah, but it was Kylie. It was not Cheryl. Cheryl did not return. If Journeys ends in... Oh, because I wanted for Journeys to be like a two-generation series. That didn't happen. And then appreciation for, you know, the rivalries in DP because it ended 10 years ago. Oh yeah, because Tokyo was from Cyanwood and they were going to return to Cyanwood. I was so fucking dumb. Oh yeah, the dynamic full flame being like, you know, a faux fireball. Pyroball. Let's see. Oh, the Ash community, the Ash being a champion. And, oh, I wanted, yeah, okay, yeah, because we got like the Eevee poster, yeah. And then, you know, man, Mika should have been in the fucking anime, I'm just saying this. Burgundy had so much going for her, having a Stoutland to homage the Striaton brothers, having Lillipup, Duwad's Water, Sosbud Crest, and Armenitan's Fire. It's a nod to, you know, the oh yeah. Yeah, we were talking about like Burgundy back in the day. What is it? Despite liking the new... Oh, the lack of Yamper. Oh yeah, and then we had like Marshtomps instead of Lugia. Yeah, oh man, the lack of Yamper was noticeable later on. This was not a locator, like they literally entrapped Eternatus off screen, which is crazy. Oh yeah, seeing Santa Scorch meant that we didn't saw it, we were not gonna see it in Journeys. We were not gonna see Kabu, we saw Kabu in Horizons of all things. Oh yeah, well yeah, Go bonded with Zamazenta, not much. They treated the wolves like if they were like movie Pokemon. Oh yeah, I wanted for Go to have a good dude. If Go had Porygon and if it had like Teleport as a TM, the world traveling would have been a lot smoother. Just saying this right now. If Ash gets Dracovish, then give Dracozolt to Go. Well, he got Arctozolt. And then the other ones would be to Jesse, and well, that didn't happen. They're not even in the fossil episode. It's kind of masqueraded as like, you know, a Liko episode, not a Liko, a Chloe episode. Man, this should have been amazing. Like, bro, Ash should have had Ivysaur. I don't care what people say. Like, Vine shipping, like the shipping between his Bulbasaur and Maze, dude, that should have been like an impetus for Bulbasaur to evolve. Like, while Maze is in Oak Slab, like, evolve Bulbasaur. Like, just evolve Bulbasaur. Like, May evolved hers, but that's because it's May and it's not Ash, so it doesn't have, like, the iconography. Like, I feel like people gotta realize that, Ashes didn't evolve, but it was a choice at the time. It wasn't something, you know, eternal. Like, he didn't want it to evolve back then because he was basically forced to, because he was kidnapped by a cult. Would you do that instead of considering later on? Not, you know, refusing totally, but, you know, reconsidering. It's, man, it's just... And then Bayleaf, like Chikorita becomes Bayleaf, and then, you know, all the starters evolve under his hand, except Snivy. Snivy feels like the same Bulbasaur issue. Don't forget to... I don't know what this was about. Maybe we're just, you know, doing like appreciation for characters, you know, Brock. Shout out to Brock. Oh yeah, Zach was, you know, shout out to Zach, by the way. Zach was doing like a best wishes. He was doing like the reviews for every series, right? And he was rewatching best wishes. And he was on that filler episode with the guy with the UFO and the Elgium. It was on Route 4. And I was telling him that, you know, they basically, you know, reutilized that thing for, you know, the Crustals and Colrus, which I guess it's cool that, you know, the games pay a certain homage, quote-unquote, to the anime later on. Come on, Swings the League, like, oh, we never got a baseball episode. Oh yeah, Ash practicing Dynamax, the fucking mental, bro. Let's see. Ash's competence and Kalos and the presence. Oh yeah, this is because I wanted for XYZ to last until March of 2017, but you know, Pokemon was afraid that Yokai Watch was going to surpass them because it outsold auras, so they pipelined Sun and Moon for the 20th anniversary, and it kind of killed the XYZ anime. So stupid. But that's in the past, I guess. Oh, I wanted for Ash to get Ice Cube, because he had 2 attackers, 2 special attackers, he needed like 1 more speedster for Pikachu. Like, dude, I kid you not, Ice Cube would have been way better than Dracovish. It basically repeats no types, right, because it's ice. It has like a cool gimmick, like Dracovish has, and it's like, dude, Ash basically gets the Sword exclusive bird in Surf Edge and the Shield exclusive bird in Ice Cube. Bro, Ash with Ice Cube would have been so cool. You could have even learned water moves like Dracovish. I guess it would be weird to see an Ice Cube defeat Leon's Rillaboom. Granted, type advantage. Man, Ash should have gotten an Ice Cube. Yo, Piplup, Don's Piplup was in the bleachers. He could have rooted for this guy, realistically. Screw Espeon, give Ash the like Ash gets, you know, Mew or Mewtwo. Oh, oh yeah, I was, you know, I wanted for Chloe to have Flareon. Sort of. Oh, this was so cool. Like, dude, I'm telling you right now, the Aura Veil from episode 39, way better than Mega Evolution. Dude, that Aura Veil was cracked. And it's only used once. Like, why give this idea and not expand upon it? It just feels like, you know, an asshole. Oh yeah, and then Leon shows his Ghost Pseudo, so it's like a polymerization of Ash's. We see Ash's Pokemon in the Darkest Day, all except Farfetch and ironically, you know, the Galarian Pokemon. I wanted Santa in the Master's 8, man, what the hell. I like to see this episode mini arc as a TV movie since the cinemas. Oh, okay. Like, okay, fair. Can you imagine OLM like giving it like Holucha versus Dragonite? Nope. Graploff versus Lucario. Yeah, but not really. Surfetch versus... Yeah? But look what happened. Phalanx versus... Yo, Pikachu could have Iron Tailed the heck out of all of those Phalanx. Like, pinball it. Like... Yo, Machamp versus Gengar would have been peak. They set up Gengar after he defeats B, and he goes to B's gym again with Alistair. Like, man, it should have been Gengar defeating Machamp. Bruh. The M in Master Ball for Mugen Dyna. Yo, the fact that Go never got like a Master Ball. Like, Jesus. Or the fact that they don't even craft it. Like, man. And then we got, you know, the Sword and Shield Regis. Okay. Oh yeah, because Chuck's Poliwrath learned Poison Jab in the anime. No version of Chuck's Poliwrath in any game has Poison Jab. Chuck in the anime learned that exclusively because he had to deal with Bayleaf. That was honestly cool. I want to believe that Mewtwo is in Cerulean's cave. Nope, was in Zero Island. Oh yeah, the dialogue was stating that, you know, yeah, the dialogue was, you know, using like adolescence, it was calling Ash an adolescence, and I'm like, yeah, he should have been 13, like he really should have been 13, like, not gonna lie. 13, 14, because like before going that, I just want to say one thing. Like, you basically have like 1090 episodes, so if Ash was to, you know, end in Alola, he would end nearing his 13th birthday if it was like 1 episode a day, because it would be like 1095, so it'd be like, you know, 5 extras. And then, but you have like the time jump, so he would be, you know, he would end Alola at 13, and then, you know, he would be 14 in Journeys, which thematically speaking fits given how it's his epilogue and it's his last travel. And even Red in Generation 2, like when he's in Mount Silver, he's also 14. I think it would have been cool. Oh, people saying that, you know, Ash finally had a female rival, and I'm like, man, poor Casey and poor Bianca. Like, one shows up in the league, gets Cameroned, and the other has like 4 badges. She doesn't even show up. Like, the Master Quest opening was bamboozling us. Oh yeah, the anime was visiting, you know, the power plant, the canonical one. They placed it in Vermilion City, which, but I like Green G City a lot more. Oh yeah, man, it's been a long time. Oh, I do like this, like when Graplock was using, you know, like his liquidation, like in the tentacle. Like the tentacle, basically the water of the liquidation splits in 8. So it's like if you had like like another set of tentacles. That was cool. Like it was like chomping on Pikachu. That was cool. Oh, this is like, Jesus. This is like a whole thing like separate. I just hashtagged Anipoke because, you know, people were doing that back then. They still do now. But I do like how it has like 151 seconds. That's a cool knot. I think even Bulbapedia stated that later. Yeah, I wanted for the guys to have names. Fair. Learned Leaf. Oh, this was for Farfetch. We didn't learn anything. Yo, if Go had a shiny Poipole and it was like Naganato's offspring, that would have been so cool. Oh, this was, you know, my listing of headcanon that, you know, Riley is the descendant of Sir Aaron and Ash is the descendant of the Spiritomb Sealer. I'm like, I'm not really fond of that anymore. But I do like that, you know, the Spiritomb Sealer is like a descendant of Damos because of Pichu. Like, Journey's ruined Aura for me. All of the Aura lore got ruined for me in Journeys. If you like it, fair. I'm just not my cup of tea anymore. Ice Cube for Melanie. Nope. Phalanx for B. Kinda. Toxel for Hop. Hop in Journeys. Greedent was for Go. Good episode. Very, very cool episode. Oh, they were gonna have like a Sword and Shield tournament. Okay, and Mewtwo's birthday. Fair. Oh, I do like that. I do like this fan art. Never happened. This shipping never sailed. Why is anime so afraid of childhood friends? You know, if Ash is to battle Hop as his final match in the Hyperclass, didn't happen, was Raihan. The one we should see like other promotion matches, like Paul defeating Cynthia and Halan defeating Diantha. See, this would have actually been cool. We do see Halan in the Masters 8 and we see Paul beforehand, but the Masters 8 was more concerned with being just a champions only tournament, and it tunnel visioned itself into just being that. Like, Halan has no need to even be there. It should have been like Raihan or Palmer because of BDSP. Or heck, have Tobias. If it's, you know, to have like a guy that Ash lost to, have Tobias. Like, honestly, it would have been so cool to see Leon, you know, defeat 3 legendaries. Like, you know, honestly, that's a way better way instead of, you know, defeating Flint and all other past beloved characters. Best part of the episode, seeing Max with... Oh yeah, because it was a week break. This was like a gag that we did back in the day when it was week breaks. We, you know, give descriptions of fake episodes. Good times. I love AG, my heart and soul, but Stephen Stone not being present, yeah, but Lance was okay. The treatment of Ash's lack of rivals, his rival was himself. Battle Frontier facilities not being in the Sevi Islands, yeah, they wanted for May to have a second run. I still admit this, right? I love AG, my favorite show, but there's like a lot of flaws, but you know, not really flaws. It's just more like missed opportunities. Journeys has both flaws and missed opportunities. Consider the Eastern Saga. Okay. Oh yeah, this was like back in the day we were trying to figure out what was going to be, you know, Kukui's 6th Pokemon. I still continue to think it was Snorlax. It's in the games. Burnett has a Munchlax. It has an exclusive Z move. And when Ash battled Kukui, we got the revelation of G-Max Snorlax. It's even the first G-Max that we see in the anime. It's... honestly, it would not be bad. Especially because now we know, thanks to the Terra Leak, that Snorlax was going to have like a fighting variant. Bruh. It was going to be Hala's Pokemon. Can you imagine Hala with the Snorlax at level 15? Reply to regards to what I like about Ash Ketchum in each series, and it's just tweet in general, 3 simple things to connect. Personality, sense of wonder, and undying ambition. I still like those attributes in Ash. I just feel like people like different things, and even the staff is prioritizing different things. But I still do like this in Ash, you know? Influential personality, sense of wonder, and undying ambition. Oh man, Pikachu should have gotten extreme speed in Black and White. Go and Ash doing a raid battle in Sky Pillar and using their dragons to meet Zinnia. Man, I was so wrong. Like, this was like when magazines were just, you know, putting legendaries just because. Like, they were lying to the audience. Like, they were hyping up a product because they knew it was shit. Where are they? Where Bead is. Poor Bead, though. As a post-game location, I would like for them to combine Black City and White Forest into calling the Grey Grotto. Not a bad name. Man, Past Me was cooking. Yo, Ash battling Banga in the tower and Go catching Pokemon near the Tree Hollow. That would have been so cool. That would have been so cool, man. If Iris shows up in the PWC, please give her the champion outfit. Happened. Iris was meant to be Ash's final challenge. This was before Iris was even revealed, because it was in January of 2021. I was posted this in October. Iris was meant to be Ash's... Yeah, because it was Pokemon White. He met Zekrom. He was going to bookend, because he battled Silent and then he battled Iris. Man, Clement should have been the final gym. He would have had like advantage. Bro, Clement would have had like a massive advantage if it was the final gym. Especially because the league was in Lumiose. They had to build like a whole new stadium to, you know, harness the power of Mega Evolution. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Oh, I would have loved if Go had like double battles with these two. Then Stantler evolved and then don't give them... Like, they don't even learn the move. Poor Go. Oh, this guy never showed up. Ever. Well, Lysia returns, but not really as a rival. This, we need, like... no. May with Audino, no. Like, I was still synergized with gaming, and I'm like, no. Oh, with this, I still agree fully. If Ash was to lose in the Sinnoh League, it should have been against Riley. And, you know, he would bring Hentei, because he uses Hentei, like, in the Battle Tower. Like, in the doubles of Platinum and Heart Gold Soul Silver. Yo, I feel like people would have taken more lightly if Riley was a recurring character and Ash lost to him instead of, you know, Tobias. I feel like it would have been, you know, more justifiable back then. Until proven contrary, I always had canon that the Pokemon's character name and their age is the same as their original VA until proven contrary. Like, oh yeah, if a character debuts, like for example, in their Japanese family name would be the same of the VA, and the age would be the same of the VA when the VA voiced them. Yeah, but in retrospective, I was a kid, I was not really paying close attention back then when, you know, Pikachu was wearing guy kimonos in OS and AG. Like... But I think it would have been cool if Pikachu was a girl. Like, at least for OS and AG. In DP, it's very much established that it's a guy. Oh, I really like this. Like, Ash didn't have rivals in AG. His rival was himself. However, they really made Drew for May, and they made Harley after the fact. But I really like how they combined aspects of the game rivals and they made Drew into that. Right? I think it's cool. I just think it's cool. We know that Brandon exists in the anime world. We don't know if it's Birch's son or not, but we know that Brandon exists. This never happened. Yeah, Clement could have, you know... Honestly, Clement could have learned from Voltner in terms of, like... Or... I don't know. Difficult to say. Oh yeah, because Ash's Riolu was born with Vacuum Wave, and that's an egg move. So the mother had to be a Lucario, but we never saw female Lucarios in the anime. We still haven't. We never saw any female Lucarios in the anime. So the father had to be a Hitmonchan, and I was like, is Ghost Hitmonchan Riolu's dad? Because the egg was in Kanto, and we don't learn, like, we know that the egg came from Sinnoh, and then we know that Cynthia knew of the egg. Most random thing ever, but whatever, journeys, whatever. And then Go got, yeah, because Hitmonchan is a defensive evolution. And then he had like 2 other Chrismons. Is this why they gave him Suicune? Kind of a whatever reason. Tokyo got Bayleaf. He didn't evolve into Meganium. But given how he wanted both grass and psychic types, he should have gotten Smoochum and Xatu. Honestly, Smoochum and Xatu would have fit Horus. I was looking at the colors. Yeah, I was looking at the colors of the team. The 6 would have to be like red. Yeah, well, Dracovish is kind of reddish. I think I don't know what the proper color of the Pokédex is for him, but alas. Jesse and James getting... Oh, this never happened. They kind of do this like in the before Ash battles Leon, when Go is helping the Nickit evolve into T-Evolve. They kind of do like some random thing. Man, Gordy would have been peak rival for Ash. Bro, Sword exclusive like B, bro, Gordy would have been peak rival for him. We never really see this. Biggest lie ever told. Biggest lie ever... Yo, can you guys imagine if Ash banked on Totodile? Dude, Totodile using Dragon Dance as a Feraligatr and it just stomps the ground. It would have been like peak synergy with Charizard and Sceptile. Like the 3 lizards. Bruh. Ash with Feraligatr would have been so cool. And now it's going to get a Mega because of ZA, so Charizard, gets one X and Y, Sceptile gets one in Aurus, and now Feraligatr, man, Feraligatr would have been so cool. Yo, Cyndaquil, Bayleaf, and Feraligatr, yo. Never happened. No. Would have been cool though. Too powerful for this show. No. Man, Misty is the potential man of Pokemon companions. I'm like, bruh. It's not even the fact that, oh, she's landlocked. You could have given her something in the Orange Islands. She could have faced the gyms and the league just like Ash. Like, there are a lot of Pokemon that she can use water type that are not confined to a pond. Like, just because you didn't know how to write Goldeen and Orsi. Heck, you use Goldeen against Team Rocket and I'm like, she has Starmie. And then she boxes Starmie for Staryu. And neither of them use Psychic moves because they're too broken. Man, Gen 1 is so dumb. Oh, reboot. Yeah, because battling Zapdos. Man, yo, bruh. Imagine if it was Registeel. Bruh. What was I thinking? Just from the looks of the background, yo. It was Mewtwo. Reboot learning Blaze Kick makes sense. In Gen 8 it's TR41 because of the 2-parter. Gen 40 would be episode 41. That's a cool trivia. That's a cool trivia that I pointed out. That's some like cool trivia. Learning Electro Ball episode 80. Nope. Oh, this never happened. Can't wait. Articuno, it got some kicks in. Moltres, no. Oh yeah, the original Seafoam Islands in the anime was not Seafoam Islands. It was, Venus Beach. We see Seafoam Islands in Oaknapt in Chronicles. Since Koharu has Yamper, what Pokemon should Sonia have? Sonia had a Rookidee in the flashback. Yeah, I feel like man, like, I feel like these labelings of, you know, co-protagonists and whatever, like, they aren't really much needed. Just let the story flow, don't try to advertise something that you are not gonna bank on. I still believe that Ash should have been more of a mentor to Go instead of, you know, trying to make Go an equal to him. Because Ash has 22 years of history. Go barely had 22 episodes. Ash should give one of his Tauros for Go's brother. He re-meets Butterfree, that's crazy. She had her own special in Blackthorn. She followed Rayquaza to the west where Johto's embedded tower is. A draconic plot with Xenia, like the sun. Okay. Iris needed more. I'm just saying that, like, I feel like the progression of Liko and Horizons, it's kind of like what I wanted for Iris and Axie to have in Black and White. Then I could believe she could be champion material. Because it's like when we meet Iris in Journeys, she's in Opelucid Gym. She's not in her champion chamber. So it feels like she was meant to be a gym leader, like it was planned, right? But then they backtracked in terms of, hey, can you make her a champion? Her recent video game iteration is a champion. But they make the battle in the gym, but they gave her the champion's clothes. And I feel like that's a mistake. Not her being a champion, but being a champion at that point. Because the cloaks don't make the monk. I feel like Iris should have been a gym leader when Ash meets her. Ash defeats her. And that new level of strength of Ash, a champion, should inspire her to, you know, get her chances to defeat Alder. And I feel like since the Ultra Class matches are 5 of them, for Iris it should have been the Unova Elite Four and Alder. Maybe for every, you know, Unova Elite Four, she gets to train with one of the rivals of Unova. Like, she would train with Bianca, Stefan, Georgia, Burgundy, and then she would train with Trip to defeat Alder. Like, bruh, this girl deserves a lot more. Kinda sad we never saw Xenia in the anime, though. I wonder if we'll see Xenia in ZA. Or like any other Owen character. Yeah, no. This didn't happen. Yeah, this didn't happen. This is still goated. Man, Izabi Island is so peak. They avoided surfing around the Hoenn Seas, and they were like, you know what? Let's make an anime original island between Moss Deep and Sutopolis, and let's give at least one focus episode for each of the companions. Like, bruh, we had like Arlie's debut, that's May focus. We get the funny filler. We get a Brock episode. We get the funny filler, a funny filler, an Ash capture, and then, you know, the Max episode. Which, it's very mythologized, but Max has a lot more moments besides Ralts. It's kind of weird that people talk more about the Ralts episode than talk about the Jirachi movie. And the Jirachi movie is longer and came first. When people talk about the Jirachi movie, they talk about Ash flying on Flygon. No. Yeah, Cynthia saved Unova. Steven helped Diantha save Kalos. Lance saved the Hoenn. Yeah, this is because Leon was saving Galar. Leon was doing his job. The one and only. He does appear in New Snap. Not in Journeys because he would have to be aged up, but he appears in New Snap. It's kind of crazy how Todd Snap shows up like 8 to 9 months before his video game dropped. Like, bro, OS was cooking with Nintendo 64 advertisements. Paul's design heavily inspired by Silver. Nebby. As for Nebby, there is potential after the Moon arc. Ashes Solgali versus Gladion's Lunala in the Lake of the Moon. No, that would be too good for Journeys. Go being Zamazenta's hero. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because if Go was Zamazenta's hero, that means that he would meet Avery, because it's the shield character, and Avery's like a psychic expert. And it's like, dude, you want to catch Mew? You gotta be better. You gotta be better. Let's see. Yo, the gacha machine should have been Delibird. I was cooking, bro. Yeah, May and Brock could have had these for Max to get something. Honestly, I feel like Max should have had Mudkip. Because, you know, May only has like 5 Mons at best at each time. So keep Mudkip for Max. Oh yeah, the 2 Maxes. There is no need for this episode. It's only there to show Surskit as a Pokemon of the day. And it could have been done before when Drew had Masquerain. Fair. Oh yeah, this was, you know, for Misty Appreciation Day. I do like Misty interacting with the AG kids. That's cool. I always like that. Oh yeah, Johto doing these random ass, you know, connection episodes like 1 year at a time. Like Gary's cameos or, you know, Casey showing up. Man, Johto is a mess. Dawn would have defeated Zoe if Anipoke stayed. I still stand by that. Yo, peak crossover. Now with Mighty G, peak crossover. Bruh. Lisa is such a good character. She gives Ash like a she lends Ash like, you know, her Pokegear. Never goes anywhere, but whatever. Dude, it would have been cool if Go should have done a lot of things. Bro, this would have been peak. Janine, Will, and Karen. Can you imagine these guys in Journeys? Not even Galar shows up. What was I thinking? Lysander is named after a flower like Misty's sisters are, and he's a redhead like Misty, and his ace is also Mega Gyarados. Both of them value beauty to its fullest. Xerneas is fairy, and Yveltal's flying. It's combined into Togetip's typing. Oh yeah, this was because we were talking about headcanons, and there was like a headcanon about Misty being the child of Lysander. That would have been super dark for like an XYZ AU, where you would combine Poke Shipping with the More Shipping. That would have been crazy. Dude, this never happened. Go should have gotten that Z move. Man, would have been so cool. Oh yeah. Funny enough, they do... Man, it's like if Ash was to return to these mons like like 50 episodes later, like how Liko did with Sharkadet. It's kind of crazy. I still think he should have gotten Spoink. And Passimian. If Flana caught Dewpider, I would have loved to see Misty's reaction. Fair. And her Eevee should have, you know, learned Bouncy Bubble. It should have. Like, I'm not even saying become a... Oh, I continue the Clement thing again. Oh, Kukui's 6th Pokemon is... Ah, man. Always source the artists if you are going to post fan art. This Dawn Lycanroc looks cool as hell. Shout out to Nebulon Ranger. Dude, what is this? Seeing the Swoosh beta stuff? Oh yeah, because the Sword and Shield beta still had, you know, the Rotom Dex. Bro, Rotom Dex being the new Brock, bonding with Go. Dude, it's a living Pokédex. Of course he would have bonded with Go. When Ash visits the Isle of Armor to... leaving Lucario in the Auricific Valley. He never went to the Isle of Armor. Not even Horizons. They should have done that for Lapras, honestly. Lapras isn't even Gigantamax. It should have been a Rookidee. Why are they putting Kalos, Mons, and Galar? Bro, go with a Corvusquire would have been so cool. Man, can you imagine? They do tease this in the opening 3, I believe. The road trip one. Granted, opening 3 is a big lie. It was like a Gintama opening. They should have ended in a tie. They should have ended in a tie. Oh, the Leovani. Bro, Leovani is so funny. Always pissed me off how Excadrill learned Focus Blast overnight, without being a fighting type. Meanwhile, Scraggy was perfecting the move in Club Explosion. Like, bro. They wanted to give Iris something. Man, but man. Scraggy doesn't even get a dark move. Like, Crocodile had Crunch, but replaced it with Aerial Ace. This is why I believe that Iris needed Druddigan and Zweilous in the roster. Not to mention Ashes, Snivy, and Scraggy because of the Dragon Egg group. Snivy's not in the Dragon Egg group. This was like my mistake, but Scraggy is, and learns Dragon moves. Snivy also learns Dragon moves, but she's not in the Dragon Egg group. But she's sassy, and even Iris used Snivy from time to time in other things. Man. Bro, they do put Porygon like... Man, it should've. Should've gotten the Porygon. Idea for the PWC. Have Ash's rivals battle each other. Paul versus Alan, Gary versus Glad. Yo, this would have actually been cool. Because it's a world tournament. Why are we only seeing Ash's fights? They wanted the premise of the world tournament, but continue on with writing it if it was a gym challenge. At this point, just make the Galar gym challenge. Man. Yeah, kinda. We kinda see Hop with Wooloo, but... Three ducks in the bunny, bro. So what the fuck was I thinking? What's this? Breeding, battling, researching, drawing contest, navigation, innovation, tradition. Oh yeah, cause Gary... Man, okay, fair. Oh yeah, instead of Raimon, it should have been, you know... Yeah, like, reverse the letters. Bro, this continues to be so cool. This continues to be so cool. Like, Pikachu learning Volt Tackle in a daycare center, peak. 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 He learns an egg move in a daycare center, peak. Okay. They never visited Gamar's lab in the anime again. Bro, the Frontier Brains could have been in Journeys. The thing is that PDSP is not Platinum. That's why Team Galactic is on the loose. It's almost as if Lucard never arrested them. Meanwhile, the guy that they could have used for the Galactic plot, Kairon, it's a Platinum character and they wanted that game synergy so badly for no reason. I do like these fights. These fights are cool. November 4th, cool day. Oh yeah, they shrinked Ash. He was 150 centimeters in XY, now he's 140. This guy went from 5'3 to 4'8, man. No, he went from 5 feet, not 5'3. He went from 5 feet to 4'8, man, what the hell? Man, the fuck. I do like this fit for Leon though, it's cool. Oh yeah, because we got like the Twilight Wings thing. Ash needs to battle Maylene for... Yo, Ash should have defeated her instead of Corina. Ash should have... Like, Dragonite should have defeated her Lucario instead of Corina. Because that way you basically place Dragonite's power on the same level as Weasel. Like, off-rip. Dude, this never happened. This should have been so cool. Like, Gary with a Blastoise. With G-Max Blastoise. Yo, another... Dude, only Drasna shows up. Only Drasna shows up. What the hell? Only Drasna showed up. Dude, this would have been so cool. Yeah, we should have had red flags the moment that we only got the grass starter in episode 59. Actually, we should have had red flags like a lot earlier, but that's besides the point. Yo, this would have been such a cool plot if Grookey was in the Gleamwood Tangler, the Isle of Armor, like being raised by Zarude, like how Rowlet was raised by a toucan, and that would have been so cool. Yeah, when he was grabbing Sonia and he was, you know, leaving the Macrocosmos guys. Thinking about Sword and Shield lately. Ashes, okay, yeah, because Farfetch didn't have a moment in the Darkest Day, and I was like, are they waiting to give Farfetch like his flowers? Because Shimmer Rose is not arrested, he just flees, and then he's in the skies during the Master's Aid. Like, bruh. These would have been so cool. They do use Hatram and Morgrim like in that T-Vol episode. Cause we're... Man. Dude, Trico should have learned Bullet Seed here. Before Roxanne. Like, Absorb and Mega Drain were already animated moves. They probably just didn't know how to make it for Trico, but it's like, dude, at least Bullet Seed instead of, you know, losing to Pound, or losing with Pound. Like, man. Oh, I'm so glad that Chloe did not do the Curry Dex. It's interesting to combine, you know, the battle cafes with cafe, but I'm so glad that she didn't went with, you know, the traditional girl thing of cooking and baking, bro. So glad. Yeah, funny. Oh, it's bruh. Jesus. Bro, can you imagine if Go was like Ash's rival? That's true. Holy moly. Now it's Leon's. Battle next. It was 50-50, not gonna lie, cool. Yo, got 200, yeah, let's go. I think Ash is Go's best friend, probably the only one, but I still think that Ash's best friend is either Brock or Pikachu. I feel like, not to discredit the friendship, like he's a close, I feel like Go is a close friend, but he's not Ash's best. Rivals and companions into VIP. Yo, this never happened, bro. Given Pokemon Inspection Agency, Troy had a Latias and Tobias had Latios. I don't know what this was about. Oh yeah, in my country, these guys all share a VA. Crazy, isn't it? Oh yeah, this was because, you know, Portugal was having, you know, their dubbing of Journeys. Yeah. Yeah, Portugal was getting like their Journeys dubbed like a year after. Kinda crazy how Go speedruns the evolution process of his starter. Oh, this is like what we want, like, shout out to Jalil, by the way, infamous trainer. Like, wish list for 2021 of the anime. Go battling the birds. Moltres happened. Isle of Armor Summer Camp art. No. Game Rivals. No. The Blonde Twins. No. Brandon and the Crowd. No. More Chloe the... Kinda. Rivals and Companions returning for the... Kinda. Yeah. Kinda. With Iris and Dawn. Mesas... Ash versus Leon in 2020. Yo, I was crazy. I was so... That damn Grookey happened. Yo, it's so cool. Bruh. Bro, AG is so peak. This was like appreciation posts. Pikachu should replace Quick Attack with Extreme Speed and Journeys. Yo, if Pikachu learned Extreme Speed by battling Reggie, like, it would have been crazy. Bruno is such a good character, man. He's the one that really believes in Ash. Like, Misty and Brock are chastising him. Bruno was like, you're okay, kid. Keep going. It's kind of, yeah, he's the first trainer that we allegedly see. It's never confirmed if it's him or not. Oh yeah, they aired the episode in autumn and they show an autumn deerling. We never saw an autumn deerling, that's it, yeah, because we only saw the autumn Sawsbuck because of that photographer episode. We never really saw an autumn deerling. We only saw spring and summer in the anime. Yo, AG, so I fucking hate that it's called that when Auras was announced and released, they retroactively called the Advanced series as Pokemon Ruby. I fucking hate that. I get why they did it, but it's like, man, it's so dumb. Even, oh, this was like the Mewtwo thing. Oh, this was the Mewtwo thing. Even if Go's way to reach his goal seems questionable and realistic since day one, I have to give kudos to whoever came up with this brilliant lines. Fair. His Ash's equal. Let's kind of build on that. Not that kind of build. More Dilulu. It's like, I do like that Mewtwo questions him and he doubles down on his belief. That's cool. I just feel like in terms of, he should have said something around the lines of, every time I meet and catch Pokemon, I will always get stronger. So if I continue on traveling and continue on meeting and catching, I will eventually reach the level of Mew who has, like, it should have been paved better. Even the staff realizes this by making the project. Even though the project is very artificially created and doesn't really fit well with the timeline, like, Oak should have known of them in episode 2. And the fact that it's called Project Mew, like, guys, come on, it's so artificially tailored. It should have been like Genesis or Legends, But alas. By far one of the greatest series in it. Yo, I fucking love AG so much, dog. The way they made Ash the first and in the final, yo, the way they made Ash in the first and final openings of AG Gaze at the Sun, yo. Because Oho was the one that was flying to Hoenn, and then he meets Oho in the end of Kanto. Like, everyone meets Oho, like, Jesus. Even Scott glazes at him. This was cool, man. I fucking love AG. I just love this series so much. This is because it was the anniversary, yeah. Oh yeah, they gave us Chronicles episodes because, Legend of Thunder was successful. Oh yeah, because Mewtwo's Pokemon, like the refugees, they are, species that are tended to, be cloned. Or, like lab rats. Because even he has Tumorip, that's a reference to Dolly. Like, Skitty the Abomination because of the egg groups, that's crazy. Baniri reproduction galore because it's bunnies. Literal rap, selective breeding for milking and racing, yeah, poor Skidoo. Mudspray, it's a mule, offspring of horses and Yo, okay, whoever made these mons present for Mewtwo, low-key they were cooking. It's kind of crazy how it's 3 normal types. Man, if Mewtwo was a trainer, this would have probably been very close to his team. Can you imagine Mewtwo with Delcatty, Watchog, Lopunny, Mudsdale, Go-Goat, and Ampharos? Not bad. They do show card. Yo. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they have Ash battle Corina with Froakie in the opening and that never happens. It's kind of crazy. there are a lot of mons that should, you know, learn Return. Like, Froakie Cut could have been Return, and later on as a Frogadier and Greninja be like extra sensory or something, because Aerial Ace does basically the same that Cut did, the way that Frogadier and Greninja used it. So if he replaced Pound with Return, that would have made a lot more credence as like a Pokemon and me Battle Bond thing. Even Bayleaf, like Bayleaf should have replaced Body Slam for Return. Man, when they meet Dawn, Go has Drizzile in a cave. Again with the Clement thing. They do finally go to Seafoam Islands and meet Articuno. That's cool. Moltres, they don't go to Victory Road. No. Cool Rotom Dex. This would have been funny. Oh yeah. The other Battle Frontier. Here they call it the Combat Frontier. Kinda crazy. Like my dub called it the Combat Frontier to distinguish the two. So even my dub had more respect for the mythos than the actual anime did. Because the anime was trying to gamify, even though we didn't really see the Frontier brain. So what's the point? This was me trying to rewrite the Stone Side episode, but fair. Oh, because they review. Okay, yeah. Shout out to these three: Zach, John, and Niall. They, you know, were, yeah, like, bro. They aired their OS review on Thanksgiving. That was so funny. Yo, I kid you not. Johto needed club tournaments. Bro, let Brock win. Like, the same goes for every series. Like, every series needed club tournaments. Like, and the reward should be fighting the Elite Four. Like, do what they did with the Junior Cup, where Trip battles Alder. Do that for Johto, for Misty and Brock to get more stuff. Do it for Hoenn. Let May win a tournament instead of just being a regular contest. Let Brock win a tournament. Like, there are 3 battle tents in Emerald. Do that, and you have like the 3 remaining Elite Four instead of Drake. That would have been so cool. Johto is a mishmash, but you know, they have gems there. Appreciate that series. A lot of world building too. I was writing some poetry or rap or whatever. Watch how... Wait. What was it doing? Watch how movie 24 in 2021 will be this with Calyrex and their 2 steeds. Nope. In before each new Reggie will be a last minute cameo like Regigigas in movie. Nope. There is no movie 24. There are no such thing in Pokemon movies. Man, I miss Pokemon movies. If Sobble evolves, becomes edgy, Cinderace face palms. I used to act like this. If Swallow returned with Boom Burst because of Noivern, yo, the Suba would be damaging. Yeah, Koharu haters DNI. Like, bruh. Research on the flowers. Okay. Require human main. Okay, that's cool. I do like, you know, the flowers. Like the language of flowers was very great in X and Y. Doing that for Chloe's Eevee, it's cute. It's cute. I cannot even hate that. They are cute. Oh yeah, like the first episode I saw was Holiday Hijinks. And then it was Snow Way Out. That's how I known Pokemon. It's Ash saving Santa from Team Rocket and bonding with his friends to, you know, survive the night. I think it's like the best way to start, if not for the episode 1. Bro, it would have been cool if they were in Journeys. How would they even do Daisy? Be weird, but Leaf would be cool. Especially in Let's Go, like Green wants Mewtwo, so she should have been a rival for Go. Did a video on that. It is funny how the Battle Frontier starts and ends with Agatha and Gary. Like, bruh. Bruh, the people who ship Agatha with Oak must have had like a field day when realizing this. The thing is, Agatha was standing in as the Viridian gym leader, like how the rival does in the games, but, you know, Gary doesn't become that. This is so funny. Carlos Lee. Team Flare Arcalan, man, it's so funny. Oh yeah, I was giving like an example of how Ash's rivals are like the tarot cards. Fair. Yeah, Burgundy should have gone with Silent to Lumios, and Bonnie should have done, you know, like the keep gag. Like, and they should have like ranked higher. Like the connoisseur system is so underexplored, bro. This was cute. This was cute. I cannot even be mad at this. This is how you, like, I know it's only like, what, 5 episodes behind? Which is why Brock returning, it feels, But this was a cute moment. Ah, man, this is... Bruh, this is hilarious. Jeff is a funny dude. Let's see. I did a video on Chloe. We are reaching the end, by the way. We are reaching the end. Because I wanted for Chloe to be an archaeologist, the journalist, but that never happened. This, nope. I was 2 episodes short, but Journeys never cared to do arcs or batches of arcs. We had like a 2-parter at best. We never get Hop, man. If Hop isn't there before 70, 75, I fear for... Yeah, because that's the midpoint of the show. That's when we introduce Barry in DP. It's in episode 101 out of 191. Bruh, poor Hop. How could you have... Like, bro, they really didn't care for Galar and they really didn't care for Leon besides the strongest thing. Like, we don't see Leon as a character or a brother. Daily reminder that Ambipom is literally in Vermilion where Ash is. Yep. Should've got Ambipom back. Oh yeah, because we got the teaser for Suicune and another winter episodes of 2021. Yeah, and we see Suicune in Vermilion and Arc also. Yeah. They do go see Suicune in Johto. So there's that. Yeah, I feel like Unova, they were banking a lot of original characters, but don't forget the game ones. Go would have banked a lot with this mon. It would have been so fun. Either him or Chloe. Either him or Chloe would be cool. The second the whole league should be against these two in the finals. Would be cool. Would be cool. I think I also did a video on that. Wallace Cup in Vermilion City. I was so delusional. It would be so funny. The weighted clothing on. Come on! Bro, Gordy should have been a rival. Gordy should have been a rival. Gordy should have been a rival. And then I did a video on, you know, Ash versus B. But yeah. And I guess that's it. Honestly, not bad. Over an hour long. Jesus. Jesus. So this is going to be like every part of this. This is going to be like, of these records are going to be like an hour long. And there's like at least 9 more. Holy moly. I do appreciate you guys' support. I just want that to be clear. Make sure to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in the next time in another part. So until then, KuroBlitz out.